Yeah, how you hear me now? How you hear me now? Hear me now? You hearing me now? No? I plugged in and I've replugged. Hello, good afternoon. This is Radio Jamaica 94 FM, and thank you so much for staying with us. Just a little tips of a late start to the CCRP update, but we do it this time every Sunday. And thank you so much for being part of it. It's Sunday, July 13. Welcome to the CCRP update. The CCRP was created as a legacy project by Procom to empower, celebrate, and protect Jamaica seniors. They offer many benefits. Visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP Update is brought to you by J&GI Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance, exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&GI for best value and a boatload of benefits. In today's CCRP update, we'll be treated to the fascinating story of the Alpha School of Music within the Alpha Institute, from their foundations to their ongoing investment in Jamaican music culture. Our guest speaker will be Dr. Joshua Chamberlain, Projects Coordinator at the Alpha Institute. But first, a little family business. Our CCRP update sponsors, BCIC, offer their amazing J&GI Silver Shield plan for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. The auto plan includes free benefits from the Jamaica Automobile Association, with valet service for vehicle registration, fitness, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Next Sunday, July 20 at 5 p.m., there will be a special benefit performance of the National Dance Theatre Company to raise funds for CCRP's outreach work for needy elderly Jamaicans. This outreach includes the distribution of care packages and assistance. We were able to repair the roofs on 3 elderly Clarendon residents who were victims of Hurricane Beryl. Yep, those roofs got done with our collaboration from the funds raised in last year's NDTC benefit performance. We hope for another successful event, fellow members and well-wishers of CCRP. Purchase tickets of this potentially life-saving event. Tickets are $4,000 each and are being sold at the CCRP head office, 2 Phoenix Avenue, Kingston 10, at B. Weller's Pharmacy, also located at 2 Phoenix Avenue, and at Kingston Bookshops, Ligony Mall, and Springs Plaza branches. Please come out for the NDTC benefit performance for CCRP. Sunday, July 20 at 5 p.m. You'll have an enjoyable afternoon while supporting a great cause. Help us to fight for your rights. When you're a CCRP member, you are actively supporting the rights of seniors and the elderly. We've been passionate advocates for your rights. 40 years or over? Yes, not too soon. You're eligible to join CCRP. When you join CCRP, you open up a world of exciting events and money-saving discounts. For only an initial registration fee of $2,500 and annual renewal of $2,000, you'll have access to discounts of up to 30% from over 100 plus discount partners. CCRP also offers 2 high-value health insurance plans for local and international coverage. 40 and over age for membership, don't forget. On next Sunday's update, we'll discuss Nelson Mandela and his legacy with Mrs. Pumeza Mukendi. She's Acting High Commissioner of the Republic of South Africa to Jamaica, and it will mark Nelson Mandela's anniversary of his birth on July 18. So please come with us. It will be celebrating the anniversary of his birth. Today's update. There's no question the influence of Jamaican music is global. And this doesn't happen by chance. Today we turn the spotlight on Alpha's contributions to the development of Jamaican music. And our guest is Mr. Joshua Chamberlain. He's a Special Projects Coordinator, Alpha School of Music at the Alpha Institute. He focuses on development and communications for the Alpha Institute, and this includes the Alpha School of Music and the Alpha Vocational Center, where he helped to introduce a music technology curriculum and launched Alpha Boys School Radio, a 24/7 streaming radio station. He received a PhD in cultural studies from the University of the West Indies, Mona, where his thesis explored the relationship between cultural participation and civic engagement with a focus on Kingston's sound system community. So you know it's hardcore, it's real stuff. He's written about Jamaican sound system culture for Red Bull Music Academy, Wax Poetics, The Village Voice, and is a founding board member of the Jamaica Sound System Federation. Mr. Joshua Chamberlain, welcome. Good to have you on the CCRP update this afternoon.
Mr. McDaniel, it is great to be with you.
Wonderful. Let's start close to the beginning. Where did the Alpha Boys School music program get its start?
The Alpha Boys School music program started in the year of 1892, when one of the very first Sisters of Mercy to arrive in Jamaica, one of the first five, Sister Maria de Chantal Higgins was her name, created or went to the military camp, and invited some of the bandmasters there to come to Alpha to lead a drum and fife corps for the Alpha Boys School residents at the time. And from the drum and fife corps grew out a full-blown music program that has really changed the direction of Jamaican music and popular music worldwide. Many of us will know, folks, like if you go back, starting with folks like Dizzy Reese, who was one of the perhaps only Jamaicans contracted to Blue Note Records in the heyday of jazz. Dizzy Reese was an Alpha boy. Joe Harriott was a free jazz real genius, I'm told. He was a jazz man also in the Scatolites, obviously. Don Drummond, Lester Sterling, Dizzy Moore, Tommy McCook, Cedric Brooks, great saxophonist, who helped found the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari and many other groups, all Alpha boys. And you come into reggae music. Well, Tommy McCook, really pushed rocksteady when ska turned into rocksteady. That was Tommy McCook and the Supersonics. Reggae music, many of the first reggae bands all had Alpha boys playing because of the strength of the music program. Bob Marley's first recording, Judge Not, had Deadly Headley on saxophone. Bob Marley's recording horn section towards the end of his career was Vin Gordon on trombone, David Madden trumpet, Glenn DaCosta on saxophone. We all know, the name Yellow Man. He was an Alpha boy. Johnny Osborne started as a trumpet player before he moved to the choir, and the rest is history.
Oh yeah.
Even more recently, there's many Alpha boys in bands traveling worldwide with the names that are popular now. Romain Virgo, Damian Marley, they all play with Alpha boys. So whether you're, whatever music you listen to, there's a connection to Alpha in some fashion. The residential program that we all know as Alpha Boys School closed in 2014. There was a girls' school that actually closed in the 60s for much the same reason, in the sense that the government, Alpha is a private, was a private children's home, and it was an orphanage, so it relied on the government and state institutions to send children to Alpha who needed a place of safety. And in the 60s, less girls were sent to private homes for children for residential care. And so Alpha closed the girls' school at that time. Alpha School of Music serves a post-secondary role in the sense that most of the Alpha School of Music is really for young men and women who are interested in a music career who have finished high school. So it's a tertiary school. It's an associate degree. They offer an associate degree of arts and music. I think the whole world is getting back to it, and it's something that the Sisters of Mercy have always put a focus on in terms of trade training. And at Alpha, music has been a trade, like auto body and carpentry, those types of things. And it opened the door to music employment that otherwise simply didn't exist. And the associate degree is a technical degree. Like you say, it's vocational, and we also use the word technical.
Right.
And it's hands-on, it's industry-based, it's relevant, it's all about the transition from school to work. It's not just music for music's sake.
Mm.
Yeah, the training at Alpha is really is guided by industry. So Alpha will change its training according to industry. And that I think is exciting. And sometimes I say, the Alpha School of Music is where education and industry meet. So that's important. And every single student is really put in a work situation right away. And it's very important that you get familiar with the stage and with performance and dealing with those challenges. And the way they do that is by one of the other ways that makes Alpha unique. And that is Alpha School of Music is a band program. It's an ensemble program. At Alpha, you go in with a clarinet and you come out with a band.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important because you can get to work right away. In fact, you've been working the entire time, because if you are at Alpha for the associate degree, which is 2 years, and most young men and women coming out of high school in Jamaica need some preparation because there's not a lot of music training in high school. So some need 1 or 2 what we call pre-qualifying. So by the time you graduate from Alpha, you'll have 3 to 4 years of playing with the same students, and you are tight. Just imagine rehearsing, Monday to Friday, all day, every, for 10 months out of the year. You become a very good band, and it shows on stage. So you become sought after. Well, ever since the boys' home closed, they've tried to add technology, and over the past 5 years, it's accelerated. They now have a very modern, the most modern music school in the Caribbean, perhaps, where they have a radio station, a sound system, a recording studio, a technology lab. They teach software that's not even fully embraced in terms of Jamaican popular culture yet. It's things like Ableton, which is used to create music, both produce music, but also live in terms of you can create new performances right on the spot with this new software called Ableton. So Alpha students are using their instruments and they're using their technology training in brand new ways. I'm expecting, I'd love to see, I am hopeful that Alpha students will actually push the music in new ways because they're mixing these different technologies and different approaches to music performance that haven't been used before. Mm-hmm. But now at Alpha, with the live performance in the band format, they teach live mixing. They teach studio techniques. We have radio programming and broadcasting as one of our trades, and we have a radio station. So our graduates are actually working in radio, right. And they all do internships in radio. So there's the definition of music employment. I think Alpha is expanding by adding the training that is needed for the employment. So whereas before it was, a trumpet, students would leave with music performance training. Every single student at Alpha has experience in the studio, has experience doing some form of mixing. They all take a disc jockey class. They all take a sound system class. They all have experience with different types of software so that they're more marketable and more employable. And this is the kind of training that is needed to get the tools and the experience needed to just get dialed right into work. Mm. Creative people are really in a good position to figure out how to navigate the employment landscape. And I think Alpha students in particular have this, not just the tools, but they have this community at Alpha that's been going for 100 and something years.
Yes.
That is connected to the world. So it's a very unique opportunity.
Mr. Joshua Chamberlain, thank you so very much. Special Projects Coordinator, Alpha School of Music within the Alpha Institute. Very illuminating look at what makes Alpha School of Music tick these days, its genesis, etc. And even more respect for the national treasure that it has become and the value it adds to us collectively in Jamaica and the diaspora.
Jerry, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share what Alpha is doing with you and all your listeners.
Thank you so much. Until next Sunday at 3 for all things CCRP, visit our website, ccrponline.org, and don't forget our YouTube channel. If you're 40 years old or over, we look forward to welcoming you as a full CCRP member. Why wait? It opens up a whole world of insights, networks, exciting events, money savings, discounts, and more. Build the connections, share the experiences, keep informed now to make the best life choices before retirement hits. CCRP Update brought to you by J&GI Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&GI for best value and a boatload of benefits.